Okay, YouTubers, this is Jim. Welcome to my garage. This is my Vulcan 900 Classic 2008. For those of you who know the Vulcan line very well, there's some things about this bike which may seem confusing. When I bought it, it had the handlebars. They're very similar to, if not exactly, the handlebars that were on the 900 Custom, these drag bars here. My intention is to replace these as soon as possible. I'm working on that now, but they're just too far forward and straight across from my comfort. So looking for something that's got more of a pullback, more along the lines of a buckhorn maybe. But we'll see. The reason that I have this particular windshield on here is because of the handlebars from the Custom being on here. I cannot mount a Memphis Shades trigger lock on here, which is really what I want. I want to do the bat wing, but I like the idea of being able to remove it quickly. So the problem is that the trigger lock mount for the Custom, my understanding is that for the Custom it mounts to the forks, but on the Classic we have these big wide fork legs, and that's not going to work with the mount that's for the Custom that doesn't have as wide a fork leg. So the mount for the Classic, again my understanding, is that it mounts to the triple tree with the in conjunction with the handlebar mounts for the Classic, which are like beach bars, but because of these risers for the drag bars, that mount isn't going to work on here either. This is just what I've been able to find out. I'd love to be wrong about that, but I talked to Memphis Shades, and that was my understanding from that conversation. Anyway, so I've got a little charging station down here with a short little lightning cable that I got from Amazon, and I just use a cable tie here to keep it secured to the bar so I can keep it connected to the charger even when I'm not using a phone, and it's not going to be dangling and out of control. Got the ram mount there. I didn't know what kind of waterproof case I was going to wind up with, so I just got the one that would accommodate as much as possible. Ram mount cup holder there, that's really handy. One nice thing about this charging port, having the 12-volt socket there, is I have Gerbing heated insoles for my boots. And I don't like being cold. I'm a native Floridian, and so if it gets chilly, I want to be comfortable. So, so the Gerbing runs straight off of that power port, and that's very nice. While I'm on the topic of heated gear, I have run down here straight off the battery a cable. Probably can't see it very well, but I've labeled it there. That white tape is the label tape that says gloves, and I have a pair of hot wired, I believe that's Sedici heated gloves that run straight off there. The gloves have their own thermostat, so they don't seem to play well with the in tandem with the Gerbing thermostat. So that's fine. Actually now, since I have the Gerbing dual control, then if I want to add a jacket or something later, then I'll actually have a net result of 3 different zones of temperature control, which would be nice. I don't know that it's really necessary, but it's nice. Now let's see what else. I added these pegs down here by the floorboard. I want to say comfort zone. I need to verify that, but they mount straight to the bottom of the floorboard. I'm just shy of 5'6", so I'm a short guy, and that having that peg there is great for me, because if I had an engine guard on there with the pegs on the freeway bar or crash guard or whatever, I don't even know that I'd be able to reach them. But right down here, I can stretch out, I can put the ball of my foot there, I can rest my heel on the, well, I'll just get on here and show how that fits. But, so I can rest my heel like that and kick out like that, and that's about as far back as I need to stretch. So those things are great. I added this Cobra backrest and the Viking Bags extra large lamellar black, matte black. I may see if I can strip these at some later date of the matte, strip them of the matte coating, so that I can paint them to match the bike. I really didn't, I just didn't know. You know, you don't know what you don't know. So, I mean, they look good, but when I get the fairing on there, I want to have that painted to match the bike. And it'd be great if I could have the fairing and the bags and the bike all match exactly. That'd be great. What else? Okay, let's go back to this Cobra bar backrest for a minute. One of the reasons that I got a backrest to start with was not because I wanted to ride two up, but because I wanted to carry a lot of luggage. And what I did, because my brother, my older brother Kurt, oldest brother Kurt, he does a lot of really long distance rallies. He's done the Iron Butt, and he rides all over the place. So I thought it would be cool to be able to take a road trip with him. So I got this big old Saddleman BR 4200 bag that mounts, it ties up cables up, or not cables up, but it's got the straps that secure it to the backrest, and there's a thing that goes under the seat that it secures to with D-rings. And then it's also got this backrest here, which is a nice perk, even though usually I'm sitting quite far forward on the seat, so I don't get to use it. But maybe when I get the new bars, I will. But this thing's crazy. I could be, first of all, it's a roller bag, so I get off, you know, and I just wheel that thing right into the hotel. That's pretty cool. It's got, let's see if I can do this without losing the frame. It's got this ginormous interior space. I got a cover in there, but I mean, it's got a laptop pocket. You can more than fit a full face helmet in there. You can fit probably a month's worth of clothes in there practically. You got pockets on the sides that are expandable. Got a pocket there in front, and I've got like TSA travel locks on here, just so I don't have to worry about when I'm stopped at a diner or something. I don't know, I'm just erring on the side of security. But you got this top compartment here. I'm trying to do this one-handed, so it's a little weird. I'm sure anybody out there who's made a video can appreciate that. Okay. But this is nice. I keep a laundry bag in here. This is pretty much my dirty clothes compartment. I may reallocate that, but for right now, that's where we stand. And then it just closes like that with a quick release clips. And then there's a rain bag. Now this is another compartment here. Then there's a rain cover in here. I have no idea how well that works yet. Eventually, I'm sure I'll find out. Okay, so that's the bag. I think the last thing about the bike is the exhaust. Those are Vance & Hines slash cut staggereds. Those were on the bike when I bought it. Pretty loud for me. I'm a musician and I really can't mess around with my hearing. So I got the Vance & Hines quiet baffles put in, and they quiet it down just enough. It's not that much. It's not a radical difference, but it seems to be enough of a difference so that my ears are not ringing all the time. So I'll take it. You know, I still love the way that they sound, but it's not just, you know, blasting. So for me, that's good. Okay, I think that's about it for just the rundown of my bike. You know, I expect some things will be changing soon, but I'm very happy with it. Otherwise, I've already taken what for me was a pretty significant road trip. For a lot of people would be nothing, but for me it was significant. And another one that was more of a jaunt, but a pretty healthy jaunt for me. Again, I've only been back onto wheels for 2 months after 35 years, and I never did long highway riding. So, you know, this is a whole other realm for me. But it's pretty cool. It's absolutely great. And I'll post more on more aspects of this adventure. Thanks for watching.